Hi guys, this is Ahyat Ishak and you are watching Ahyat Property TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, yesterday we've looked into seeing Malaysia property investment market in the macro picture, right? The macro perspective. Now we're going to zoom into Kuala Lumpur, what I call Greater Kuala Lumpur. Now, if we look at the map, basically what you're going to see here, this is it, right? And this is basically Kuala Lumpur, if you can see the small dotted lines. And what I'm going to do is, this small dotted lines, right? That's the boundary for Kuala Lumpur. Now, when you talk about property investment in Kuala Lumpur, most of the time you're not referring to that of just Kuala Lumpur. Right now, we've come across terms like Klang Valley. Klang Valley is basically, if you see from higher up, you can see that Kuala Lumpur is actually like a valley, right, surrounded by mountains and stuff like that. But now it's no longer about Klang Valley. It's what we call Greater KL, and that's what we've got to understand. Is when we talk about Kuala Lumpur, we're going to talk about Greater Kuala Lumpur, and there's big plans for Greater Kuala Lumpur to be the top 20 most the top 20 cities in the world by 2020. So that's a big thing, and yeah, let's make that happen. So basically, when you look at Kuala Lumpur, and when you look at this map, you can actually observe that there's a lot of action. I'll just show here, going on from this side onwards, right? I don't know if you guys can see that. So there's a lot of action going on that way. And basically, if you see the terrain, right? These are all mountainous areas right here. So naturally, Kuala Lumpur can't grow this way, right? Even though Kuala Lumpur is, because cities grow in an outward motion, and naturally it can't grow to the northeast side of Kuala Lumpur, right? Well, there is some gravity towards the top here, and of course there's a lot of gravity coming down here. Now, when you look at this, I'll just get this off. Alright, basically, so this is Kuala Lumpur, the bigger part of Kuala Lumpur. You see Kuala Lumpur right here, you see Petaling Jaya, you see Shah Alam here, and Klang. So there's really a direction here, and as you all know, the MRT2 line is going to bring it somewhere up here, go to Damansara, it's going to cross down here, it goes down to Cheras, and go down to Kajang. It's not the exact route, but I'm just showing you that direction. And of course, having the KLIA here and our Putrajaya, the center of administration in Malaysia, and there's a lot of action, of course, going down south. So I would say that there's a lot of heavy gravity pulling Greater KL down south. Now, having said all this, I do see some action pushing the gravity up north into this area up here, Rawang, and there's also some actions going on in Shah Alam North and also Klang North, right? So this is the thing. Right now, if you see a map in the 1990s, I managed to see some maps in 1990s by our wonderful Ho Chin Soon, and if you see that map, you understand that in 1990, and that wasn't so long ago, the areas, the development was quite disconnect between Kuala Lumpur, Petaling Jaya, Shah Alam, and further down. But as we progress, as we develop, this disconnect becomes a joint. It becomes more joint, and it becomes just a massive convergence of area. So that's what we're going to see. I foresee there could be some action going up here, and there could be some convergence there soon. There could be some convergence here in the near future. And places like Nilai and Seremban, soon, perhaps, during my son's time in 2042, when he's exactly my age, by the age of 34, I'm 34 at the time of this recording, and you could perhaps see a total convergence between these areas, right? These areas are going to be totally converged into one really big greater KL, and everything else is going to be filled up. I mean, this is just my opinion, but this is how I see the greater KL market is going to grow in the years to come. So yep, it could I could be 90% wrong, but then again, everybody has their own views. This was mine. When you pull your trigger as a property investor, you pull the trigger based on your decisions and on whatever you think is the right thing. So yeah, that's a quick disclaimer there for me. So thank you so much for watching Ahyat Property TV. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.